Namaste and welcome to Sonali Joshi's Astro Jyoti Healing. In the series about basics of astrology, today we are going to see one important concept, and that concept is relationships between planets. If you are a student, then you probably know this very well. If you are working in a group project, it may happen that you are working with someone whom you don't get along well. And then what happens? The project or the work that you are doing together definitely suffers because of that. If you are in a company doing your job, you are in a team and you are working with someone that you get along with really well. You understand each other very well. You can work together very well. Then what happens? Then you definitely know that the project is going to go at a faster pace because there is no friction. And same thing happens when a house in a horoscope has planets that are going well together. The house gives better results. On the other hand, if the horoscope has a placement of a certain house where those two planets are literally enemies of each other, then the outcome from that house definitely suffers. The outcome or the significations denoted by that planet, they also suffer. Why? Because these two planets waste their energy in managing each other, in dealing with each other. If you are a project manager and you have a team where you have people who don't get along with each other well, then you know some of your time goes into dealing with those people issues. It is the same thing. Now let us see which planets get along with each other very well. This is a very important concept and that will help you understand your horoscope better. Let's start with planet Sun. Sun is the king. Sun is the owner of this system. Sun has number one arch enemy and that is Saturn. On the other hand, if you are looking at a friendship, Sun gets along very well with Jupiter. Sun gets along very well with Mercury. Sun gets along very well with Mars. Whom the Sun doesn't get along well? Definitely the enemy for Sun, they are Rahu and Saturn. Another planet that is known as enemy planet for Sun, and that is Venus. But if you are thinking about the level, then Saturn is number 1, then there is Rahu and Venus is on number 3. You must be thinking Venus is a very benefic planet. Then why would Sun doesn't get along with Mercury? Then why would Sun is not getting along with Venus? The difference is Sun is about self. Sun introduces self-centered behaviors. On the other hand, Venus rules over relationships. And that is about the other person. It is about the harmony, equality in the relationship. And that is the reason those two planets don't get along well. Typically, when people have conjunctions of Sun and Venus, you might notice if they are spouses, if they are husband-wife, then they definitely have ego issues at some point. So Sun's friends are Moon, Jupiter and Mars. Let us take the planet Moon. Moon gets along very well with Sun. Moon gets along very well with Jupiter. Moon doesn't have any enemies. The relationship of Moon and Saturn can be a difficult one, but Saturn is not the enemy of Moon. Moon is neutral towards Venus. Moon is neutral towards Mars, or rather Mars can be Moon's good friend. Let us consider the example of Mars. Who are friends with Mars? Jupiter, Sun and Moon. They are great friends with Mars. Who are the enemies of Mars? Saturn. Saturn is the number one enemy for Mars. Mercury is also kind of enemy for Mars. Why? Because Mars is action oriented and Mercury is thinking, analyzing, detailed work oriented. That delays the action. Now let us consider the planet Mercury. Mercury gets along very well with Saturn. It gets along very well with Venus. Mercury can get along very well with Sun. Jupiter doesn't work well with Mercury. However, Mercury doesn't like Moon at all. Mercury considers Moon to be enemy. Why? If some of you know the mythological story, that's one reason. But another practical reason is Mercury is about our analytical mind, thinking mind, our intellectual mind. However, Moon is about emotions, feelings, and these two things don't get along well. Let us talk about planet Jupiter. So who is Jupiter's friend? Mars is Jupiter's friend. Sun is Jupiter's friend. Then Moon is Jupiter's friend. Jupiter is neutral towards Saturn. Jupiter does not get along well with first one, that is Venus. Even though both are benefic planets, Jupiter doesn't get along well with Venus. Venus is number one enemy. And then another enemy is Rahu. Jupiter also doesn't get along very well with Mercury. Why? Because it's a mythological story, first thing, and the second thing is for practical purposes. Jupiter is about expansion, it is about multiplication, and it is about including everyone. Mercury on the other hand is our intellectual mind. It is about reasoning, analyzing, and when you keep doing that, you become more selective. You tend to exclude people, not include. You are thinking about details, and Jupiter is about bulk actions. It is not about detailing. Now let us talk about friends and enemies of Venus. Venus gets along very well with Mercury. Venus gets along very well with Saturn. Venus has arch enemy, that is Jupiter. Venus doesn't get along with Moon as well. However, Sun and Moon then don't get along well with Jupiter. They come as enemies. And all other planets are neutral. If you are talking about Saturn, Saturn's friend is Venus. Saturn's friend is Mercury. Saturn is neutral towards Moon. However, Saturn doesn't like Sun at all. Sun is number one enemy for Saturn, and another enemy is Mars. Saturn can handle Moon, but no Sun and no Mars. And all other planets are neutral. That is basically Jupiter. If you are thinking about Rahu, Rahu has best friends like Venus, then Mercury. Rahu will always get along very well with them. Rahu's enemy is Sun and Moon, and obviously Jupiter. If you are thinking about Ketu, Ketu doesn't like working with Saturn that much. But Ketu's primary enemies are Sun and Moon. Jupiter gets along with Ketu very well. Ketu doesn't like Mercury as well. Hope these relationships are helpful for you to decide the strength of planets in your horoscope. For example, in your horoscope, in the 4th house, whatever the sign is, if there is conjunction about Saturn and Mars, that means two enemies are placed in the same house. the significations of the house are bound to suffer. On the other hand, if you have in the 4th house Saturn and Mercury, or Saturn and Venus, these two planets get along very well. If you have Saturn and Venus in the 4th house, that is a good combination. So the house significations will be better. Let us consider you have combination of Jupiter, Sun and Mars together in any house. Even if these planets may not have Digbala, even if they are not exalted or anything, they are working well together. During their Mahadasha, Antardasha, they are going to support each other. And this is how the house and the sign might give you good results, because it is containing the planets that are working well with each other. It is like the teams that work well together and the team members on a certain team don't well together, and another team where team members don't work well with each other. If you are comparing the results of those two teams, the teams where people work together well will be always good. If a team has people that don't get along well, then the results from that team would be always lesser compared to if they were working together well. Hope this gives good idea about how to recognize the strength of a horoscope depending on the planet's placement. If you want to know more about your horoscope, details about how certain planets will function together, feel free to comment and send an email to iamsonalijoshi@gmail.com. Please like this video, share this with your friends who want to know more about astrology. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Shubham Bhavatu.